annoyed at the way the world is working, the way things are going. Everything is wrong. It's all wrong. And the wrong people are getting blamed and punished and hurt. And, having their human rights stripped away from them. And the people who need to be really severely reprimanded and punished, and in my opinion, absolutely like cabbages just decabbaged and rolled down the bloody hill, is the only reasonable course of action after reading certain files. I'm appalled and disgusted. And as a person who is both genders, yes, there are two genders, and there are also loads of people in the world who are both genders combined. You can be two things at once. Two things can be true at the same time, including being male and female at the same time. I know it's amazing. It might be very hard to get your head around. So here's a few very basic examples I'd like to present you with. You've heard of gay people, right? You've heard that people can be gay, and you've also heard that people can be straight. And like there's quite a lot of straight people, but there's also quite a lot of gay people, okay? That would be like a black and white, one or the other kind of scenario. There's also a group of people in the middle who are bisexual. That means they are both interested in their own gender and the opposite gender. And sometimes they can be mistaken for being straight, and they would say, no, actually, I'm not straight. I might be in a relationship that might look straight, but I'm bisexual. And likewise, they could be in a relationship that makes it look like they're gay, but they could say, well, actually, it's more correct to say I'm bisexual. And people seem to be able to get their heads around that. The fact that there's a middle ground, that it's not just one or the other. There is this whole middle area that is okay. And we all know people who are very dark-skinned from like, let's say, the Congo or somewhere deep in Africa. Skin, lots and lots of melanin, darkest skin you've ever seen, black, okay? That is a black man or a black woman. Great. You've seen someone with skin my colour. Zero melanin. I'm bloody blue. I haven't seen the sun in so long. White, black and white, black and white. There are also lots of people who are a combination of both, who might have a black parent and a white parent, and they are biracial or mixed race. And that seems to be like an okay thing to understand. I mean, someone who's mixed race could call themselves black. They could join in with the Black Lives Matter, and they would be not wrong to do that because they have black bloodline, but they also have white bloodline, and they are also part of the white community because that's part of their genetics. Also, you can be two things at once, and it is perfectly normal. So let's apply this new stuff we've just discussed to the whole gender spectrum. You've got male, maley male, very big merly male. And then you've got our most effeminate female. And you've also got all these others in the middle. You've got masculine females, you've got feminine males, you've got actual real life hermaphrodites who are both genders. It is not that fucking hard. And like, I want to go back to where we started off at the start. None of these people that we were talking about, whether they're black or white or mixed race, whether they're gay or straight or bi, whether they're male or female or both genders, none of these people are guilty and are deserving of the treatment that they're getting from the governments and from the general population, that they don't fucking deserve it. The ones in the fucking files are the only ones that need to be fucking... Okay, I'm back, and I would like to introduce myself as Sam. Hi, I'm Sam. I use they, them pronouns, and the reason I'm so forward about it and so like wanting people to use they, them for me is because I always knew I wasn't a girl and I didn't fit in with the girls, but I also wasn't a boy and I didn't fully fit in with the boys, but I had more fun and more friends and more of a connection with my male friends than I did with my female friends. I am a person, and my abilities and my brain and my thoughts and my feelings are human. I am a fucking human being. And my whole life I thought I was the only one in the world. The only one. And that it was a secret and nobody was to ever find out, because I would be not welcomed in society, in the world, if my secret got out. And I had to be ashamed, and I had to pretend and play along and hope I'd get away with it and hope no one would ever find out. And that was an awful way to grow up, an awful way to see myself when I was growing up. Nobody would ever really love me. Nobody would ever really care. No one would ever understand. And it's because I had zero representation. There was nobody in the world that was being non-binary or using they them pronouns that I could look up to when I was a child. I really thought I was a freak of nature and I was not supposed to exist, and I didn't belong anywhere. And it turns out it's like 1 in 100 people have some kind of gender crossover. And they used to do tests in school to show kids that this is how you do it. But they had to stop doing it because school kids were getting too upset finding out they were intersex in school class. And then going home and being like, oh, yeah, ma'am, I learned today that I'm actually intersex. There's loads of intersex people in this world that don't even realise they're intersex. They're just walking around living their lives. Because it doesn't fucking matter. And it doesn't interfere with anything. It doesn't change anything for anybody except what's going on inside. And how am I supposed to accept myself and be true to myself and just be yourself when that wasn't supposed to exist and doesn't exist in the fucking narratives of all of the stories I was ever reading, anything I ever saw on TV or in movies? I didn't exist. People like me did not exist. And now we know they do. Thanks to Lady Gaga and just, I don't know. Love yourself. Be true to yourself. Speak your truth no matter what other people say or think or do. Listen to people when they speak and when they tell you something about themselves. Believe them. And fuck Donald Trump.